It's week 1 of the National Football League, and there's no love lost between these AFC South foes. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Voyagers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the...
It is the opener of the 2024 season for these two teams. And off we go on EA Sports. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I am excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run it.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
There isn't much this guy hasn't accomplished already, Mike. I mean, he's not even 30 years old, and he's already cemented himself as one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. However, leave it to this guy. I mean, to find something to motivate him, despite the fact that he's coming off back-to-back Super Bowl wins, he's made it very clear that his sights have been set on trying to become the first quarterback to ever win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. So anything less is a disappointment in his mind. But first things first, he wants to start the 2024 season on a high note, and he has a chance to do so here.
He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Spears. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
You just never want to overthrow an open receiver. If anything, even if the receiver just has to slow down a little bit to run under the ball, that's okay. It might not end up in a touchdown, but you're at least going to end up with a completion.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are, early on in the game, A nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Working out of the gun, Murray. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Jacobs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Now Murray keeping it himself. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
First down throw for Murray. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. They'll run it to the right here with Jacobs. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. What will the second quarter have in store? And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Murray. And that ball's intercepted by Xavier Howard. Into space. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
And Mike, you talk about a turn of events. This team finds themselves defending deep inside their own red zone, trying to keep the other team out of the end zone. And what do? They come up with a clutch interception, return it the entire length of the field, and now it's their offense working with a short field, trying to get a quick score.
The Voyagers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start in the red zone already. This drive beginning at the 20. First down throw, Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Voyagers. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. On the return, this is Jalen Reagor. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Dreadnought's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
On first down, it's Murray. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now a second down throw for Murray. He's found his receiver, Butte.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes third and goal. Throwing Murray. Taking off, and he will score. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
That ties the game at 7.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Voyagers offense and Keon Coleman set to get back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the first down. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Now it's Spears. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Cisco. To the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Voyagers offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's to the left side, taken in by Coleman. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Mahomes. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. A pass complete to Noah Brown. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Mahomes going to look to run with this one. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. To throw is Mahomes. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called.
A 29-yard attempt.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. McManus's kick is good. And the Voyagers are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome to the Madden family for you and Greg. And to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jaden Reed, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. Najee Harris, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing is Mahomes. That's complete to Coleman. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Patrick to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dreadnought's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll motion over Samuel. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. Now it is 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he's in! Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Dreadnoughts are out to a 21-10 lead. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. Mahomes fakes the give and keeps it himself. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now, Mahomes. That's to the right side, caught by Goedert. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They go play action with Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
First down throw, Mahomes. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. It's Hutch, Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Looked like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Ball start, offense.
That one's on Orlando Brown Jr. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught left side by Goedert. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and long. Now, Mahomes. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to get back to a one-possession game. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. But Dreadnought's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Now Murray. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That complete to Jacobs. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll try to run for it.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now a 2nd down throw from Murray. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It is picked up by the defense. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, so frustrating for the receiver. With the catch, ready to gain some yards. Instead, it goes back the other way. The defense comes away with a touchdown.
Yeah, catching the ball, Mike, is just step 1 of the process. After you catch it, you have to put it away and become a ball.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 3rd and 1, it's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Dreadnoughts set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Dreadnoughts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. He'll let this go for Goddard. That is hard. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now
3rd and goal. Mahomes. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And the Dreadnoughts are going to take possession here at their own 6.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession, and they have done all you could ask for, closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. 1:54 to go. Dreadnoughts getting ready to punt this skyward as he's standing right around his own goal line. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game, under pressure all game long, the secondary feasting on his passes. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Coleman. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Mahomes now on 2nd down. In scramble, and down he goes. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So, it's a win for our visitors. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.